since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. X slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, folks.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brissett. He'll get this to Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it with Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Brissett. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Redskins nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 49.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A nice pickup at 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. A little juke off to Geis on the screen. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington 1st.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watch the ship. Ship. Tighten up.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Here's Brissett. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going to come back to you.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett caught by Allen. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. To throw, Brissett. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brissett. Now he'll escape to his right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Geis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
49, guys. Mike, 40. Pick up the ball. Back. Wahoo. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. I'm coming.
After the sack on first down, Haskins. It's Kelsey on the ground.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
I'm coming for you. You mine. 49's the Mike. 49.
Haskins on third down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
49's the Mike. Watch 40 go. Come on. Mike's 49. Delta. 49. Here we go. 49's the Mike. 49.
Now Haskins on first down. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
49's the Mike. Watch that guy. Come on, the ball.
On first down, it's Haskins. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's second and goal. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Go.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers, and even 40 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Badgley's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10 now. Haskins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike, 49.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
49. 49.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Redskins, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Again, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A quick throw there out to Williams.
Let's stop.
Williams. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. Keep the pitch run. 3 bird.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing on second down, Brissett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Brissett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here is Eckler. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Brissett sets to throw it. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Here's Brissett, and that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, he sets to fire deep. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go. Here we go. I got him.
Once more, here's Eckler. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Looking to throw, Haskins. It's complete. It's Gore. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Geis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 49. Mike, 49. Watch the flip.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Staying on his feet, fighting him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Go. Penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Echo. Launch 49. Launch 49. You don't want that.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 56. Let's go one more.
A first down throw from Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Brissett. And Allen's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning to get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's Williams on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. We're set on 1st down. On the screen, this is Eckler. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Let's go now. 15 on it. Check. Hey. We got 3. Three there.
We're set. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Haskins going to try to throw it. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Watch the slant. 49, guys. Mike, no. Hey, watch the ball.
Now it's Haskins. And it's complete to Kelsey. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Let's go.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.